Hey there, guys. Today we have another review, and we have another beer from Wicked Weed. This is Persistence. So this is another beer from their sour series. Again, Asheville, North Carolina. And this is a barrel-aged American sour fermented with cherries, 9%, so much higher ABV. They're doing 1 pound of Montmorency cherries, so just like the other beer with Montmorency cherries. But this is a Flanders-inspired ale. So I'm assuming it's Flanders Red-inspired. If you've had anything like Cuvée de Jacobin or Goldenbach, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, those are some of the most accessible and wonderful sours that you can find, so definitely check them out. So digging into this beer, beer comes in a deep rosy red kind of color. In the light, has a little bit of pink and brownish hues to it, but yeah, nice haze to it. But yeah, just really nice, deep, kind of like, even leaning towards this like coppery kind of red kind of color. Let's get the aroma on this one. There's a nice like malty sweetness to this one. Reminds me of a little bit leaning towards like a little bit of toast. But really more leaning towards like a caramel sweetness combined with like a sweet cherry note. A little bit of tart quality, some like honey toast as well. Very nice. And yeah, there's a little bit of this like sweet oak character as well. Cheers. Very nice. So reasonably familiar kind of beer again, leaning towards the Flanders style. But I will say, just like the last beer, this beer is not that tart. It's really interesting, the character of sour that they're doing. I mean, as I say that, I get a little bit of that like attack of acidity and sort of hit my nose for a second and sort of woke me up. But open the palate up. But it yeah, I would say in the end, it's still like a medium to medium plus kind of tart quality, not really shredding. The palate, dries off quite quickly. But this one really survives on a lot of malt character. Up front, it's a sweet cherry candy kind of thing. Think of something like a cherry cough drop. Not too artificial, but a little bit like a maraschino cherry. Again, a little bit of like a candied structure to it. Then you're pulled on with a nice kind of, fresh cherry note, that fresh, picked off the vine kind of cherry flavor, or picked off the plant kind of cherry flavor. Just a little bit of tart acidity in there. But then this comes along, this is more of that kind of like toasty kind of malt character. Again, a little bit caramelly, a little bit like a honey toast. There is a depth of malt character behind this beer. And that malt, to me, is what I'm suspecting hides this beer's ABV. 9%, we're talking about a pretty high ABV sour. It's really hard to get sours at this ABV. And you really don't taste it. You really have a little bit of malt character to build up the beer. You have a little bit of acidity, and then there's like really like almost no alcohol or really feel of it. It doesn't really stick on the palate because it dries out nicely with that kind of lingering kind of oak quality. The malt really stands up to everything quite well. It doesn't really feel too much as it warms down because you're getting, again, that cut of the oak and the acidity. It's a very nice beer. Yeah, if you like your higher, I mean, it doesn't even have to be a higher ABV beer. If you like your cherry sours and you want that kind of Flanders, inspiration behind it, if you like those Flanders beers that already add cherries to them, like a Cuvée de Jacobin, then you're going to very much like this one. It's very well done. Very nice. This is a great dessert to me. It'd be wonderful at the end of the meal. Pair it with something like a cherry pie. That'd be delicious. As for rating, let's go with something like 93 on this one. 92. Very good stuff. Absolutely delicious. So this is Wicked Weed's Persistence. Let me know if you've had any of the Wicked Weed sours. Absolutely delicious. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.